You might be a mature person who is not yet married and you are ready to get married. You might not be ready to get married, you might not have a partner, but I always say to be equipped is better than to just go into something that you know you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. As you know, sex can be used as a weapon to destroy. It can be used as a gift to bring joy and pleasure to the married. It can also cause sickness and disease if it is done in the wrong way, if it is done by the wrong people in the wrong places. So, you know, we are children of God, and some of these things are really critical and important for us to address. If we don't talk about them, let me tell you what, people are going to be destroyed, because there is nothing embarrassing about this subject. It is a gift that God gave us, and you find in the Bible that people used sex to try and bring evil or a downfall on someone. Remember Samson and Delilah. It's all about sexual intercourse, intimacy. The devil can use it as a weapon against your progress, as a weapon against your career, a weapon against your marriage. There are some people who have been lured into having sexual intercourse just because they were promised a job after, only to realize it's not going anywhere. I was sharing yesterday on my relationship coach Gladys page. There are some people who go out for the sole purpose of dating, to know someone better. Before you know it, you are invited, you are with that person in the bed, and you are already doing unprotected sex, and it can bring distraction. I know of people who wanted to come where I am right now in Australia. They could not come despite their qualification, despite everything that was needed for the job they wanted to come here for, despite everything that they needed for the course that they wanted to do, a degree, a diploma. But because they were HIV positive, they were denied access, they were denied entry into the country where I live right now. So it is a serious subject. It's not something that to joke with. It's not something that to just play with. If it's not done at the right time with the right people, it can cause distraction rather than bringing joy. Remember the issue of Joseph and Potiphar's wife. Some people, they have been dragged into this thing by people who have been sent to their territory by the devil. If Joseph did not fear God more than he feared Potiphar, if he did not fear God more than he feared his boss, he could have been trapped and allowed himself to be destroyed by Potiphar's wife. But today we are going to be talking about the good side of sexual intercourse. So if you are underage, you are not wanted on this platform right now. I need those people who are mature enough to understand what I'm saying and to be able to be disciplined enough to wait and hold on to it until the right time comes for them to enjoy sexual intercourse. If you are married, welcome to the platform. Congratulations, today is your day. So we talk about these things to different audience. Single parents, we come with their topics. The married ones, the divorced, the widowed, not married, never married, we come with different topics so that we can cover everyone. So today, like I said, the topic at hand is sexual intercourse, different kinds. I didn't say different positions. So I know there are some people who are very good at not reading and understanding properly. We are not talking about sexual positions. In the Bible, the word of God doesn't say what position you are supposed to be in. Whatever you agree with your partner, be adventurous, don't be predictable, try new things, do your discovery methods. It's your marriage, it's your blessing to enjoy. You can do whatever position you do as long as you're comfortable, it's not painful, you're enjoying it, it's possible. There are so many things that come into effect. You got to consider the weight of the person. You need to consider, you know, if they have some incapabilities or inabilities. You have to consider a lot of things before you can put someone in a certain position. It's not something to be forced. It's something that you need to agree on, because both of you need to enjoy it. It was given to you by God for you to enjoy. Now I'm going to just quickly go through what I'm going to be doing on this platform often is to do some certain topics, but we don't want to go too much longer into them, so that people who are going to come and watch later on, because I know there are some people who want to watch but they are working, So it's not too long for them to watch after the live streaming as well. And they can also be receiving, their blessing through it. So I'm going to go straight into it. So I don't know how many types of sex or sexual intercourse that you know. So today be prepared to learn a few types of that sexual intercourse. So there is what is called reconciliation sex or reconciliation sexual intercourse. This is most importantly a type of sexual intercourse that is done when maybe you have had a misunderstanding or you didn't agree on something. Those who are wise should know a problem or a challenge that comes into your marriage is not there to divide you, but you are there to fight against the problem. So you can do that together as husband and wife, fight against a situation that is coming, the challenge that is coming, like a pair of scissors, so you can destroy it. And if you can't fix the problem immediately, it's not a crime. There is always next time. Your marriage should not be destroyed or disturbed because you have escalated a discussion into an argument. Let me tell you this, there's nothing like a healthy argument. Don't be fooled that, oh yeah, you need to learn to have a healthy argument. Once it's escalating from being a discussion and is going into an argument, stop immediately and go for a walk, go for a drive, do something nice, come back fresh. You are there as friends before you are married. Be best friends to each other, be each other's keeper before you can think of the marriage. That's how it works. When you love yourself that much that you'll be able to love your spouse, you understand this reconciliation sex. So this is the kind of sex that happens. Like I said, the other person who maybe have started the misunderstanding will begin to do something nice, or begin, not that they are faking it, it's consummating, it's trying to bring you together. It is the glue that brings a marriage together, that keeps a marriage together, if all things are equal. So the other person can just initiate something romantic, or you can start massaging the person that is the one who was on the receiving end, the one that you did not understand, the one that you were trying to have a discussion with. Maybe it starts with a massage. You can make them the best meal they like. You can, make them a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. You can go somewhere for dinner, refreshen up. And then once you are ready for it, you can have that reconciliation sex. Okay? So that's one type of sex that, you can have. Then healing sex. There is this kind of sexual intercourse that people can have that can cure even diseases. It is so intimate. It is so comforting. It is so gentle. It's not rough. It's not unprepared. You take your time to get to where you want to go. You prepare the body through cuddling, through foreplay, through massage, through maybe you are doing a bubble bath together, maybe you are having a shower together. You are just yourselves. You can dress in your most inviting nighties or lingerie or whatever you want to do. And the man himself is not supposed to throw himself on top of this woman. You need to find the most comfortable position. If you decide to be on top, the missionary yakajairwa nokawanda, make sure you don't put usangonozviti zhi pamusoro pemukadzi wako kuisa maziweight ese like that. If it is the woman who is on top, make sure you are gentle, you are caressing each other in the most gentle way possible, and you are just intertwined like that. It takes a lot of your relaxation. It takes blood flow to be effective around your vital organs. It brings restoration to your mind. Some people will be having headache because of stress, because of tension, because of anxiety, because of depression, a lot of pressure to life. But the moment you begin to be that gentle with each other, knowing exactly where to touch and when to touch, and communicating, not saying this is yes, find some very comfy, sexy words, and the kind of I just get deep into this. This is like a ministry, marriage is a ministry. So you got to understand this institution. It's not something to play games with. You got to be understanding what you are doing. It's a way of worshiping God if you are doing it with the right person at the right time. Okay, once you do what I'm telling you right now with the wrong person at the wrong time, then forget about what I'm talking to you about. Just forget about it. You know, you have to hit the bull's eye. This is what I would want to say. Just make sure if you are a man, the way the bed is taking your weight and your wife is like feeling so free and you are just nice and gentle. I think that one, I think we have understood it well enough. I'm moving forward, you know, to this one, I'm not sure what to call it, but it is not right. This is the only one that I don't like. You know, this one is called punishment sex or punishment sexual intercourse. There are some people, when they're upset with their partner, when they're upset with their wife or their husband, they deny them their conjugal rights, okay? It's like a way of punishing a man or a woman. I want to be intimate with you, but because you messed me up yesterday, because we did not agree on a certain thing, because you did not buy me this when I wanted, because you refused to be sent to this place. So this is like you have unresolved issues. Remember, I always tell you, if you have unresolved issues, make sure you have agreed on those issues to say, let's basket them. Our life needs to keep going. We'll come back to it. If it's not critical, let's leave it and move on and do something else until we are right in our minds, until we are sound and stable and come back to it. But punishment sex is someone is like knowing that I'm not in the right state of mind, or I'm not happy with you, or we have hanging issues that we have not agreed on and they are keeping on piling. And that is the time they want to come and have sexual intercourse with me. That is not right. If a man or a husband or a woman or whatever in that relationship, husband and wife, if you find your partner, every time you have a misunderstanding, you have a disagreement, or you have an argument, that's the time that they want to have sexual intercourse with you. How are you going to enjoy it? This is supposed to be enjoyed by a husband and wife. You are coming and imposing yourself on me. It can only happen through a selfish person, selfish motivated husband or wife. You know very well I'm not in the right state of mind. I cannot even enjoy, because like I always tell you, sexual intercourse is more than skin to skin. It is deeper. It is an inner man to an inner man intertwined. It is very spiritual. It is not ordinary. This is why you see people having trouble with soul ties, with issues that have to do with a lot of things that we are going to address. One time I'm getting one of a prophet that is very good at teaching in marriage. He's gonna come and teach on spiritual husbands. He's gonna come and teach on soul ties, how to break soul ties, what is soul ties. It is deeper than that. So if you are connected with your husband or your wife on that intimate level, there's no way you can even think of having sexual intercourse with them when you know they are not happy with the situation that is at hand. You are trying to punish them. You are trying to force them into having sexual intercourse when they are not spiritually, morally, mentally, physically ready for it. This is damaging sex, because when you are having sexual intercourse, the purpose of foreplay and all this gentleness, all this caressing, everything that I'm talking about is to prepare your bodies, is to lubricate the vagina, going inner, deep inner. It is to cause your uterus, it is to cause your cervix to move up to give enough room for your husband. But then if you are coming and forcing yourself, punishing the wife, it's like raping your wife. In other countries, they've actually made it illegal. Raping your own wife is illegal. Like here in Australia, it is illegal. And there's a lot of it happening. If I tell you I'm not ready, my body is not ready, or my mind is not ready, you should not force me. It's not right. Besides you fearing the law, morally you should just think and know that it's not right. Then memorable sex. This is a very special kind of sex that you actually organize. You see, let me give you an example. You know how me and my husband every single year, except 2019 when COVID-19 started, every single year we make it a point that we go away on to us it's a honeymoon, because we are celebrating our wedding anniversary. So it's a honeymoon, celebrating our wedding anniversary, our marriage, every single year. Those who watched us in May, we did the live streaming here talking about how we met, how we did this, and we were away from home. We were somewhere in a hotel, and we usually just go into hiding. It's just me and my husband who know where we are. You know, those who might know the place through photos and stuff like that, fine. But we usually just not communicate. Our kids know that. My mother-in-law knows that. My own mom knows that. People know that's what we do. It's a commitment that we did. It is a decision actually that we made. The only year that we decided we're not doing memorable sexual intercourse is when we decided we're going to teach instead on our platform here. Because we couldn't go anywhere because of the COVID. And the other year that we didn't go, my husband, so we take turns. If he organizes where we are going, where we have never been before, then the next year it is me organizing. So we take turns like that. So he will just come and we go, or I'll just come along and we go, and he'll be the one knowing where we are going, or I'll be knowing where we are going. Whether we are flying or we are driving, you know, it's like a nice surprise for the other person. And basically, when you go there and you are just they know it. We have been doing it since we got married faithfully every single year. Saka, when we get there, the environment is so inviting. The place is all decorated, and we don't know what to expect. You know, it's just that wow effect and that wow factor. And we get there, we are already ready before we even get there. We are excited about the occasion. We are excited about our marriage. We are consummating. We are restoring. We are restarting. We are rejuvenating. We are re-energizing our marriage. We are I don't know, it's everything. And we just get there and we start to have fun from beginning to end. We are having bubble bath together. We are spending time. Even you can do whatever you like. You can have sexual intercourse in the bathtub. You can do it in the shower. You can do it in the kitchen. You can do it anywhere. No one is going to ask you. You are just having fun. There is no commitment. There is no thinking, oh, what is to eat today? And be key. I'm just worry about the kids. Someone is taking care of the kids. We don't even need to worry. So we are just having fun and taking walks and just checking around the places of interest wherever we are, having fun. You know, it's like a retreat kind of sexual intercourse. Just to bring back, to light again the candle, to put, you know, the firewood back together, ignite, continuously igniting, reigniting your fire. You can light up candles, you can have roses and petals and what. All those things, you are creating memory and you are just looking forward to the next one. Those who have money, they can do it more frequent. If you don't have money, you can do it maybe once a year. The rest is holiday with family, like as in kids and other family that you think are important to go on holiday with. If you have money, then you can do it more often. It's very fun. It's very intimate. It's very inviting. It's yummy. Then the other one is quick surprise sexual intercourse, right? So, you know, it depends with the environment that you're in. Some people, because it doesn't stop. This is how you can just enjoy each other as friends, meaning husband and wife, you should be friends. And this is how you just enjoy each other's company. So basically, like if you have kids, you know, put kids to bed. When you put your kids to bed and without you even thinking about it, if you have secured places in your house, or maybe the kids have gone to school, or they have been taken for a sleepover somewhere with friends, whatever the case, this is unprepared, or it's like you haven't planned. So not unprepared, but unplanned. You find yourself just doing it. Maybe it's in the bathroom. You went to the bathroom. You just finished showering. Before you know it, something's happening. Maybe you are cooking in the kitchen and it's just the two of you. Something's already happening. Maybe it's on the lounge, in the bedroom. Don't make it boring. It's your marriage. Don't make it predictable. It's your marriage. You see, you just cuddle your wife from the back while she's cooking. Start singing some love songs to her. Start doing what you know she enjoys doing. Before you know it, ekupisa sadza. Before you know it, ekupisa nyama. Guys, chill, relax. Yeah? This marriage is yours. It is yours. And if you don't enjoy it, it was created by God for you to enjoy here on earth. Guys, invite someone here. There are some people who need to hear this. Tag someone. God bless each and every one of you who has tagged someone here with a different kind of blessing. If there's anything that you are desiring in that marriage, if there's anything that you are desiring in your future marriage, if you are even desiring a future husband or wife, invite someone here. You are planting a seed. Invite someone here and you see what God is going to do for you. I know what I'm talking about. There are people that I've spoken to like what I'm doing right now. The next thing, they were in my inbox with their engagement rings on, with their fiancé that came from, unexpected places. And they are having fun. Invite someone. Make it, exciting. Let's make our page interactive and exciting. Now, the other one is exercise sexual intercourse. There are some people who have erectile dysfunction. That is a medical condition that needs to be looked at. But those who are normal, the men that is normal, every morning, let me tell you this, every single morning, every single blessed morning, it is a day, a morning that, I usually want to call the vagina messy. What do you call it? Goodness. And the husband's penis, let's call it goodness. And then the vagina, let's call it messy. Okay? So every blessed single morning, whenever you get a chance, let goodness and mercy follow each other. Let them do this for the rest of their lives. Nyasha nengoni ngazviteverane ngazvimhanyisane mubedroom imomo. Mercy and goodness, let them be intertwined because God has made it this way. Every single morning, to a healthy male, those who have erectile dysfunction, please go and see a doctor, okay? But those who are healthy, it is nature every single morning. Your man, whether sleeping towards you or the opposite direction, every single blessed morning, that man wakes up with an erection. A very powerful erection, let me tell you this. A very great, massive, powerful, blessed erection. Did you hear what I said? I'm not going to be apologetic about this because I said this is for mature people only. So I need you to enjoy this marriage. What is the point of me not telling you what is important? And then your husband is running away from you to a prostitute, running away from you to a small house because you are not able to understand this. Your wife is sleeping with the garden boy. Your wife is sleeping with their friend at work. Your wife is sleeping with the boss because you don't know what to do. Don't just get... Joeline, I love you. Don't get into these things. This is why I'm telling you, if you are a single person with a partner who you are getting ready to get married or a boyfriend or fiance, please inbox me. We do premarital coaching professionally. I'm a relationship coach. I'm a neuro-linguistic practitioner by profession. Come along. I'll teach you everything that you need. I'm not that kind of a person. Did you pass the foot and you know that? This is all blessed. Okay? Andidi kuti muende kunororwa musingazizva muri kufambira ikoko. Andidi kuti muroore musingazizva muri kutorera vana vevana. I do not want you to get married not knowing what you are doing. I want you to go into it ready, prepared, so that when I hear Mary is married, I will be like, yes, I know what she's doing right now. She's enjoying. There's nothing as irritating and annoying than you getting prepared by yourself, whether by your aunties or whatever. And then you go and get married to a man who has no idea how to handle a woman. I always say, if you don't know how to handle an equipment or a gadget, abuse is inevitable. Same as a woman, if you do not know how to handle your husband, abuse is inevitable. It can be either way. If you are a man, you can even abuse your wife unknowingly, thinking you're doing the right thing. You can abuse your wife unknowingly. All that I'm saying right now, if you don't know where your wife enjoys to be touched, it's a waste of time. Some people, you ask them, I just thought you knew. There's no assumption in love. You need to communicate freely and effectively. If you are embarrassed about communicating about intimacy, please, go back to your home, to your house where you were born. Marriage is not for the shy. Marriage is not for those who think, God did not create it for anything in heaven. It's for here. It's unto death. Marriage. So for you to enjoy this marriage, you need to understand what are you getting yourself into it. So in the morning, make sure you as Messi, you greet your goodness. And remember, I always tell you there are two types of sex. There is intercourse and outercourse. You can just be cuddling, rubbing against each other. Before you know it, you are at another stage, or you have already come, or whatever, that kind of stuff. Some of you, you don't even know what orgasm is all about. Why? Because your husband doesn't know where to touch you. He touches Mary where he used to touch Joylene, his ex-girlfriend. Mary and Joylene are different people altogether, created differently in their own uniqueness. Where you were touching Joylene in your ex-relationship, Mary might not even enjoy this kind of touching. It might be irritating him. So all this, for you to enjoy all this, you have to know what you. Some people like to be touched on their bums. It's a turn off. I always say, please find out. Ear infection. Guys, laugh with me. Laugh with me. This is our page. Yeah, we are here to learn from each other and have fun. Kana muri uptight makangoita zvekuzvisunga sunga. Avena zve. Yes, Mary. Kuna nototonga chete ear infection. Zirurimi rwacho harina kana kugezwa rakazara mazidoro nemazisadza netsunga. Fa munzeve imomo. Please, let's practice hygiene while we're doing this. Kwarongoti hauna kugeza wabva kubasa woti hanzi ndoda kuita quick sex. I want to do quick sexual intercourse. Waswerera uchingobata chinhu chako uchipinza mumakutoilet, kumapublic toilet, uchibata necorona idzo nezvii whatever. Enda utanga wageza uko, tigezerwe uko, wogeza zvese mazino nerurimi kwesha. Enda unogeza. Woisawo zvimadhiyo chichichichichi. Wopfeka wakashoti kako so semurume oso, kaya unokaziyayo kaboxa kaya. Wechingoti nyawa nekumashure kwababies wako ari kufraya mukitchen chichi. Iwo unenge wakatogezawo, wakatorongeka. Kwati mazinzwara akasviba kuti ndo. Iwo vanochengeta mazinzara mahombe vaya. Ukatarisa mukati infection risk yega. Mazinzara akadai, mbora pamazino. Tibvireipo. And you are not geza mukana, no singadu geza mazino. Madira waneta kukisa imi. Mafesi wa nevakadza. Madira waneta kukisa soka. Unotozvishairwa pazvo kuti nai Jehovah murena. Ayaya. Anyway, ndanichiti makusen is the healthiest erection that you can get. If you are not too tired, maybe it's a Saturday, you are chilled out, pamwe munoita Monday to Friday muchingorasha muchiita sei makanyasotyora zvenyu, makusenaya muchiita zvimapillow talk zvenyu, muchipuruzvira goodness, Mesa achipuruzvirwawo nagoodness, muchinyatsoita zvinhu zvenyu muchiita zvinhu pore. That's the healthiest erection you can get from a man. It's created by God, that one. Pamwe pacho haatombozivi kuti ndo zvazvitori kuzasuko koko. Iye akatofanira kuraraiwo ototanga hako kuti kutongoita imwe yaya. Before you know it, maakutotapirirwa zvenyu, maakutonakirwa. Encouragement sex. There's sometimes when we go through, to move next one is encouragement sex. There's sometimes when we are going through a lot of challenges in life. Eventualities of life do happen. Midnight hours of life happen. Storms will beat against the boat of your life. So many things. Sometimes you have been disheartened, basa. Maybe you have gone through so much trauma with that stubborn boss. Pamwe pacho you are struggling, with the in-laws or my rude aunties, or a friend has just thrown you under the bus. Things like that. Or maybe you are studying and it's getting tougher and tougher. You as a husband or a wife, unofanira kuziva mukadzi wako, know each other, dzidzanai, and know that my wife is really stressed. And my wife is so stressed. What do? You go to her. She's trying to tell you. This is both ways. So when I say you go to her, automatically, if you are a wife, you go to your husband. Yeah? It might be your husband who is going through a tough time. Maybe you started a business and things are really tough and is struggling, and encouraging sex or encouragement sexual intercourse. You go there. Daddy, you know, Nasi, you don't look like yourself. How are you? Are you okay? What is going on? You know, before you know it, your husband is telling you what has been happening at work. I'm going to come back and teach you how to receive your partner when your partner is coming home. Let your home be a healing center. Let your home be what can I call it? Let it not be a battlefield. Let your home, not house, let your home be so inviting. Okay? So sometimes I'll come back and tell you about all that. I'll come back, definitely, I promise. But this particular one, encourage your partner, support them. Maybe they have graduated after a struggle. Excuse me, after celebration, maybe might take a party, or you have done some dinner somewhere. When you come home, start massaging him or her, start caressing her, start encouraging her, start, you know, that I'm proud of you. You have done really well, sweetheart. Present something special to her. Make her the occasion. Make her or him the occasion. Before you know it, matodregana kudhara muchatoziti motangira papi. You are wet already, and you are ready to go. That is very, very important, you know, to have that encouraging sexual intercourse, because it speaks volumes to someone who is maybe has been exhausted for so long because of this. You don't force yourself in, but you create a conducive, inviting environment, and you go from there, you know. It's almost the same as reward sexual intercourse. That achievement I was talking about, they have achieved and they're excited. Make them excited as well. Don't make it predictable, but find a way to make it in a very romantic way. Maybe they are coming home from dinner. You have organized. I did this for my husband some other time. I sent him to go and pick up. He had done so well, like with his you know, his business, whatever stuff he was doing, and I kept encouraging him. And that particular day, I decided, even my daughter knew this was happening. He didn't know. My daughter knew. Not that she knew I was going to have encouragement, sexual intercourse, or reward, but she knew mommy is doing something special for dad. So basically, I got some roses. I got some decorations into our bedroom, something written on there, and all the other gifts that I thought he likes. Okay, so as I told him, go and pick up. Our daughter was working, but we had organized, we had bought the stuff. So he came home. I said, go and pick our daughter. And I was doing the final touch-ups, lighting the candles in the corridor, going to our bedroom. By the time he came home, the place was totally different. And he saw the effort I put in decorating the place. And it doesn't have to be going to a hotel every time. You can change things around in your house. So that's what I did. He's walking. We are both walking, and my daughter was taking videos. We are both walking on top of the rose petals, and we are going into a very nicely decorated bedroom. And yes, of course, we had to leave and have dinner with kids and all this. But honestly, I'll tell you the truth. Our minds, we're just having dinner, but our minds were already, you know, I usually call it the Hall of Holies, you know. I'm not even embarrassed. I'm not shy. This is God-given gift. We have to enjoy it, guys. Wait until I come to your city and we have a couple session and we have intimate sessions. Wait until I come to your country or city with my husband. Then you know we are not even shy about these things. We actually will explain and answer your questions proper. Okay? So, let me see. What is the other one that I can teach you about? Then procreation, sexual intercourse. There are some people who procreation, sexual intercourse. There are some people who might be struggling with, what do you call it? With childbearing or with fertility issues. Let's say you have seen a doctor and the doctor has told you, you are ovulating on this point, or we are doing this and that, go, and it can get really bad that they can even have a calendar for you and test and see, or they can give you a home kit to test to see when you are ovulating, because they want to make sure, as much as you are having all these other kinds of sexual intercourse, they want to make sure you have the procreation sexual intercourse, where you are actually targeting, though you're having fun, you are actually targeting to have a baby. So make sure you have ovulated as well, and you have confirmed with your doctor that you have ovulated. Find the most, what can I say? Find a position that gives your husband maximum penetration in. Okay? What did I say? Listen, to those who are having issues with childbearing, some of the problems get worse because you the wrong timing, you don't know the right positions and all this. So find a position where your husband is going to have maximum penetration. And that husband, because it's maximum penetration, has to be very gentle, because it can be painful sexual intercourse. Maximum penetration can be painful sexual intercourse. So let's say your husband is doing it from the back. He can have maximum penetration, and you make sure you are tipped in the right position so that you do not have pain. And when he ejaculates inside there, the sperms go deeper and further, targeting to go where the egg is. Okay, you're about to create a miracle. You need to know the right position, the right timing, the right mindset. It all adds up. You got to be right in your mind as a man, or your values has to be within acceptable range. Because if it's not like that, then it becomes a problem. You can have low sperm count, or poor quality sperms, or poor egg quality. So when everything else is said and done, and you are ready to make that baby, find a position for maximum penetration. So usually the best is from the back, or the husband being on top, right? And make sure you don't rush after you have ejaculated. Stay in there, in that position, nice and still. After you are ejaculating, nice and still. Take your time. Don't rush each other. Enjoy the moment. Let the boys swim to the direction where they're supposed to go. Take your time, and then you can pull out. Okay? Or you can have those positions as well for just having fun, not just for making babies. But I want you to know, making babies doesn't mean to say you're enjoying sexual intercourse. There is a difference between making love and just sex. Just sex. Just sex is when you are having punishment sex and prepared sex. I said quick. A quick doesn't mean to say you are not going to prepare. When you start, you do the right things to prepare. But it's going to be quick. It's not going to take forever, but you are ready for it. You know the good timing for it, okay? So that has to be taken into consideration. Now, is there anyone with a question that has to do with intimacy? Put your questions there if you have a question to do with intimacy. And let me see whether I can also pin my phone number here to those who want to call and ask questions. +61405 864 So I'm going to pin my number here. If you want to call me or you want to ask a question, hapana kana chinombonyadzisa mazvinzo, hapana chinonyadzisa, page nderedu. I hope I have helped someone. Have I helped? If I have helped someone, even one person, type yes in the comment section. Just encourage me. Just encourage me so that next time we can continue doing this kind of things. So my next target is, I need to teach you how to receive your partner when they are coming. Yes, thank you so much, Mary. If I have helped another person, please type yes to encourage me. Thank you, Rejoice. I love you. Thank you, Evelyn Beva. God bless you, people. I love you so much. Keep sharing this live broadcast to your platforms, to your different groups. Keep sharing. So many people need to hear this information and do things the right way. And make sure there's effective communication into your intimate life. Thank you, Swongile Stole. God bless you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. If I have helped someone else, please type yes. Do you want me to come back with that topic I was telling you about? how to receive your partner when they are coming either from work. Concilium Kanya, Busi, thank you so much. Do you want me to come back with that topic for you to know how do you receive your husband when they are coming from work? How do you receive your wife when they're coming from work? How do you receive them? Maybe they had traveled for a long time. What do you actually do? And I'm going to do the same as well for men who are away, but I do not want to mix it, because if I mix it, then it will not make sense. This page, so we are going to take our time doing our own thing, one step at a time. So if I come here and I say men, please don't get frustrated, because you know I'll be coming for women as well. If I come and I'm doing for both, then so be it. So guys, you want me to come back and help you. How do you receive your partner? How do you receive your partner when they are coming from work? How do you do it? And another time, I'm going to come back here as well, and I'm going to be teaching on fatherhood, Vana Baba. Remember, I posted something on my platform, on my private page, I think, about a man who had been trying to call the ex-wife. That was not my issue. It was just a message that I got from somewhere, and I just wanted to share so that people know they need to look after their own children. So the other thing, if there's anyone who wants to call, please feel free. I'm just talking while I'm waiting. So feel free to give me a call if you have a question to do with intimacy or anything else. If you want to send me a message, just in case you do not want people to know it is you, you can send to this number. This is the phone, the number there. So I will read out. If you don't want people to know you are the one who has asked the question, send it to that number and I'll just read whatever you have sent. Don't put your name on it. I'll just read what you have said. So I wanted to say there are fathers there who are being irresponsible, who are trying to just dump their kids. They are not looking after their children, or they wait until they are chased around, or they wait until it is a legal case. You brought a child into this world. Please honor that child. It's a gift from God. They did not ask to be brought on this earth. No matter how much you hate your ex-husband or ex-wife or ex-whatever, look after the child. He did not apply to be here on earth. He has no idea except to suffer because of your negligence, because of the confusion going on. So I'm going to come here and teach on different types of fathers. There are different types of fathers. I'm coming back here to teach different kinds of fathers, okay? And you understand which one is your husband and correct errors and help him to correct whatever needs to be corrected. You also know what kind of an ex-husband you have, or your husband who might have passed on, what kind of a husband they were, and try if whatever kind of fatherhood that the man was doing is traumatizing you, what about the kids? So we have to keep that in mind so that we help these children of ours so they grow up out of that childhood pain, out of that childhood trauma, things like that, so they don't become toxic to the society, so they don't become there are some people who are grooming barbaric kids out there. There are people who are grooming kids who are going to be paying to society. There are people who are grooming mabinya chao out there, and we are going to talk about that and correct the errors, because it's affecting those kids later in life. It needs to be corrected. So guys, I'll let you go. It's good to keep it nice and short and sweet. So it looks like we are all in one accord. And I want to thank you. We are building this page. And I want to thank you for coming along. It's a teaching page. Also, we have fun and we all do all those sorts of things. So I'm organizing as well, just an encouraging talk. There is, last time I tried to bring Dr. What's his name again? Dr. Ngube here. But network and all those things became a hindrance. But all the same, I had to explain to you. He tried to talk, he didn't finish. I had to explain to you what was going on. I'm organizing a young man from Chitungwiza who has been using something called Mutoriro. I think it's a drug, Mutoriro, and he has rehabilitated from Mutoriro. He's doing his nursing aid course or something like that. He will explain for himself. So we are in the process of getting photos so we can create a flyer and bring him here to encourage other young ones. So please, invite as many people as possible to this page. You never know, maybe you are a mother who is going, who has a child who is using Toriro, or maybe you know a neighbor who is using Toriro and other drugs, maglu, cough syrup, you know, muaya, ice, heroin, cocaine. Those kids who are struggling, even adults, even some parents, because of the hardships of this world, some people are doing it. Invite them to this page now, so that it's not awkward when, you know, the talk is about to happen and you just invite them. Then they are already on the page. Share the page, click the link, share it, invite as many people as possible. I'm actually excited because the number is increasing every time when we are doing live streaming. Previously, when I was doing my live streaming, I would be having maybe 2 or 3 people, but it takes persistence, perseverance, and consistency to get where you want to go. So I'm never discouraged. What I'm doing right now, I was doing it on my private page, but the reason why I decided to do it on here now, I want as many people who want to join as possible to come along. On a private page, I have reached maximum number of friends I can invite. I have about 415 people who are waiting to be accepted as friends. I can't do that anymore. So everyone who is trying to do that, please don't waste your time going to the private page. I'm going to start dissolving and removing some names from it. So join this page, invite others, and let's do what we were doing on the private page here on this platform. God bless you so much. I love you. Until next time, see you.